And I heard this noise and I thought, that's like a jet plane. And then I realised it was the fire, the noise of the fire.
2 elderly people that lived in Hume had come and said, look, Isabella, we just escaped our burning house. My house is burnt. And I looked at her and I thought, are you sure? And she goes, yeah, the fire is here. It's already here.
And at that moment, I saw this huge fireball and the trees vaporising into these like towers of flames.
We got called out to a fire in Kinglake and we responded, both trucks. We put it out, we suppressed it, so that was manageable. So we were patting ourselves on the back, but I was so focused on that one fire, I didn't see that there was another fire and another fire and another fire until I looked up and I went, we're in trouble.
It was so mad how quick everything evolved. Everything was on fire. And it was around us and it was behind us. It was everywhere. I just thought, that's it, we're going to die now.
Got a call from the Channel 9 helicopter and they said there's people, about 4 of them trapped. Do you reckon you come out and rescue them?
And I have to admit, when I saw the police helicopter, and I don't know about you, but I'm the same with police cars, I thought, oh shit, we're in trouble. Because we didn't leave. Like, why didn't you leave?
When you get winched down, you're doing an assessment of the area. I could see the flames. I thought the house was going to catch on fire very quickly. A lady came up to me and she just had this, what we call a 1,000-yard stare.
He was a bit like a character out of Terminator. So he had the helmet with all the built-in everything. So there wasn't much of him you could actually see.
So I just said to her, hi, honey, I'm home. You've burnt the toast. You'd normally say something to someone in a situation that breaks them out of that trance.
And I can't remember what was said between he and I, but we laughed about something. And you think about it now, you think, how did we laugh?
A red 4-wheel drive stopped on my front yard where I was standing, and it was the CFA. There was a guy in the passenger seat, and he said to me, you know, there's a fire coming. And I said, how far away is he? And he said to me, minutes. He said, are you staying? And I said, yes. And he just looked at me. Just never forget that look. I heard the noise first, the smashing and crashing sort of sound. It's like something coming through the bush, like a monster. Suddenly it just starts getting dark.
It was pitch black.
The actual sky had flame in it. The smoke itself was igniting in the air.
And then all these leaves blew off the trees, and then it was fire. And I felt just weak when I saw it.
We thought we got to get out of here. There would have been 30 cars, and as loud as I could yell, Kinglake West CFA, get to Kinglake West CFA now. And as we were driving, the side of the roads were igniting. And I thought, oh, that was that close.
I've got everybody corralled. Is there any way that we can drive out?
I said to him, there is a 4-wheel drive track in this direction.
I said, right, this is probably our only chance. Let's go.
The driveway was on fire. That was pretty scary, driving into flames.
Chopper was continually saying, yeah, keep going, keep going. But what was amazing, the amount of animals that were coming with us.
There were deers, a koala.
Echidnas, birds.
And they all dropped into line next to us.
They probably sixth sense that, yes, they're heading into safety, we'll follow them.
When I saw my brother for the first time, the morning after, we hugged one another and we felt so guilty that we hadn't been able to save Dad. It was just something horrible.
We started looking for welfare checks. In the first hour and a half, I located 11 bodies.
News of the deaths themselves started to trickle through. Someone would arrive at the station and say, oh, another person's died, and another person, then another person, or this whole family's gone.
I couldn't fathom the scale of disaster within 12 hours.
You've lost everything, yeah. We'd lost our community, our friends, our town. It's all gone.
I mean, we lost 22 friends. So, you know, to go to 22 funerals was pretty tough.
I think for me, the moment of the fire itself is not the one that haunts me, it's the days and weeks after.
Living through trauma is like quicksand. You try and crawl out and you go further down.
I could not get out of fight or flight mode. I couldn't. It just wore me out inside.
I did not want to live. No. I mean, I just was too hard. I kept saying, well, if I just disappear, nobody will know anyway. Nobody's going to miss me.
I had survivor guilt for a long time. Probably to some extent I still do.
People perished and you didn't. And you know, I've got my family. So glad that they survived. And it dawns on you that other people haven't.
I used to do Pilates on the mountain. There was a young girl whose family had all been lost. She had burns, bandages on, you know, the suit. And I just thought, shit. And she just started laughing to herself. I lost it. I had to leave. Because how could someone who'd been through so much laugh?
It was upsetting, but there was also that community feeling of support. I can talk to somebody and they'll understand, whereas if I go somewhere else, they won't understand.
You were part of that. If you weren't there, you're not part of that. There's no way that you can have a glimpse into it, really.